What's happening, everyone? My name is Phil with PrecisionLED.com, and today we have a 2014 Jeep Patriot we'll be installing LED interior lights on. Now, this installation is compatible with year models 2007 and up, and this is considered a first-generation Jeep Patriot. For today's installation, we'll be installing LEDs on our map lights, our rear dome, the rear trunk cargo light, the license plate lights, as well as the backup reverse lights. Now, for this installation, we'll be using a 5730 style premium Precision LED lighting kit, and with this kit comes 3 interior trim tools we'll be using to help you with this installation. We've got a fork-shaped wedge tool, a serrated knife tool, and a pointed wedge tool. Now, this product can be found in the description link below, so check that out after you've watched the video to see if you want to get this product. Now, also, if you could do us a favor and like or subscribe to the YouTube channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. You can always leave comments below to let us know what you think and how we can improve the process moving forward. Let's go ahead and get started. We're looking now at the front overhead map lights, and as you can see, we already have one LED installed on the passenger side. We're going to show you how to remove this clear lens cover to get access to replace this one on the driver's side. For this, you're going to be using the serrated knife tool with the flat end, and you'll see there's an indentation right here that allows you to pry out the lens cover here. So you insert the tool in, and you're going to force this to the side to get the bulb out, or to get the cover out. And as you can see, this also acts as a hinge that lets you drop down the entire panel if you need access. We don't need access today. I'm actually going to remove the lens cover from the hook here, just so you get a better picture. And this is just a festoon type bulb that you can remove with your hand if it's not too hot. And we're going to replace it with our new LED. Now, this is a non-polarity specific bulb, so that means whether or not you plug it in this way, it'll work, or if you turn it around this way, it will also work. Not all LEDs work in this manner. This is a specific type of circuitry built into this one. Our standard 50/50 style LED kits does not do this, and you have to make sure you're turning it the correct direction to make it work. So, now that you have this in place, we're going to put this lens cover back on. We're going to put it back into the hook here. This side has to go in first, and that holds it in place. And now you have to snap this side back in. And that's a little bit tough. So we'll be taking this tool, the flat side of it, and using it to guide the rest of this in. To help force it back in place. There you go. We're looking now at the rear overhead dome light in the Patriot, and this is very similar to the overhead map lights. We're again going to use the pointed side of our serrated knife tool and inserting into the indentation here and prying out the lens. And we have a very similar type bulb. This one just gets pulled out. We put our new LED in. Now this one's a little bit loose, and so what we want to do is press these leads in so you get a better contact. And that'll make sure that it's nice and snug when it's inside. You also want to make sure that you're pointing these panels down so the most light output is going into the cabin of the vehicle. To put this back in place, just take the lens cover and force it back in here. And once that's in, we can test to make sure the light works. We're looking now at the rear trunk / cargo light. And to get access to this, we first need to remove the little flashlight here. It comes with the Patriot, pretty cool. It's already an LED flashlight. And to get access to this lens, or the bulb behind the lens, you're going to use your 2 thumbs and push back on this section here, and this lens cover comes right out. This is just a regular festoon bulb, and the new LED bulb is a direct replacement. And you want to make sure that these boards again are face down before we go ahead and put the lens cover back in place. Now this goes in opposite actually of how you took it out. You want to start with the back side here first, and then use pressure to push these ones in. Now that you have this in, the same dial that turned on the turn signal will be used to turn this light on to test it. So you can do that on your own. Once you have that in, put the light cover back in, and you're all set. We're looking now at the license plate lights here and here. We've already installed LEDs on this side, so we're going to show you how to do the installation on the passenger side here. For this, we're going to be using actually two tools to do the removal. We're using the fork shape wedge tool here on the sides, and then we're actually going to use the pointed wedge tool here to push down on the clip. And what that does, it allows us to pry out and get that cover down. Once that's out, you're just pulling this out in a way. And now you have access to the bulb. Now this is a bit difficult for the fingers, so we're going to use a piece of tape, wrap it around the old halogen bulb to pull it out. And this actually can be done in a variety of instances, but once you have that tape around the bulb, the tape helps you get some leverage to get the bulb out. So now that we have it out, new LED goes in its place. There we go. And we're going to test to make sure that turns on by turning on our headlights. Now that we know it works, lens cover goes back on. You're going to put these indented sides in first, and then just force up till you hear the sound of that clip, just like that. We're looking now at the rear tail light on the driver's side. We're going to show you how to access the backup reverse light here to replace it with a new LED. For this part of the installation, we do need a flathead screwdriver, and there are two push pins here that are holding it in place. So we use the flathead to get under here and to pull out this first section of the push pin. And once that's out, the rest of this assembly comes out just like that. Do the same at the bottom. Now that both sides are out, there are two additional pins on the other side, but those are just held in by pressure. And so now this whole thing just comes out. Here at the bottom is our backup reverse light. You're twisting counterclockwise to remove it. And we now have access to the bulb. I'll let this rest for just a second. Pulling out our old halogen and replacing it with the new LED. You want to make sure there's contacts on opposite sides here. You want to make sure that these leads are facing the right direction to make contact when you put it back in. Now that it's secure, it's going back in. Common problem, this little rubber grommet here needs to actually be on the bulb side for you to see properly. And that's because you want to make sure that you are lining this up correctly as it goes in, and then twisting clockwise to get it back in place. Now that it's back in, you see these two pieces right here. These are our guiding pins that go on this side. And now we put these push pins back in. The bottom portion goes in first. And then the actual pin itself. And these you can just put in with pressure from your own hand. There you go.
And that's the end of the installation. If you have any questions or concerns, please email us at help@precisionled.com or you can reach us online and submit a support ticket at www.precisionled.com/contact. Now, like we said before, please like or subscribe if you enjoyed the video or enjoyed the process for what we do. It really does help us out when we make the next one, knowing that there's people out there watching the videos. Have a good one.